One last point I want to ask your opinion on. Lee, I just want to ask you, Miles-Lewis Skelly came in last season, was absolutely fantastic. Obviously, he's got competition there in Calafiori. He's been great this season. Is there a pathway back into the starting 11 for Lewis Skelly in terms of if he performs, or does it just rely on Calafiori dropping off? And in your opinion, who's a better player? If they're both at their best, who starts at left back?
Well, listen, but different attributes, if I'll be honest. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I'll say it now. I don't think Miles-Lewis Skelly done anything wrong to be left out of this team. What happened was he chose Calafiori in the first game, and he's been outstanding. I didn't think he was great on the weekend, but at the end of the day, he does do a fantastic job. And unfortunately for Miles-Lewis Skelly, it's not happened for him this season because of Calafiori, But I do think there's a pathway. He's 18 years of age for a start, so he's not even physically developing to a man yet, he can't even go into a pub with over 21s at the moment, you know what I mean? And here we're asking him to play for the Arsenal, he's done a fantastic job. And I think, somewhere along the line, you know what I mean, I don't think it's a bad fit, you know your place sort of thing, get your head down, work hard. I felt in pre-season, I did say this in pre-season, he didn't look quite as sharp as he should have done.
Yeah.
So, whether that, I don't know what that was for, maybe that's to kick up the backside he needed, but listen, I think at the end of the day, he's a wonderful, wonderful player. I still think there's a chance for him to go into midfield. I still like to see that, but at the end of the day, you know, I think who's the better player? That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I think
Let's have your answer then.
As a defender, Calafiori is an all-round footballer. Miles-Lewis Skelly, up yours.
Nice political answer there. You just said both.
That's actually a good answer.
Rob, for you?
Listen, I think, you know, I can't argue what Lee says. You know, Calafiori started the season really, really well. How can you drop him? He's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I mean, there's a couple of games have been man of the match for me. So Miles-Lewis Skelly, you're at Arsenal Football Club, man, and this is what happens when you're at Arsenal Football Club. You're not guaranteed your place. You came in, you done brilliantly last season. You've been in the England squad. You're a fantastic player. But I think sometimes what it is if you're playing Eze, say for instance, on the left-hand side, you know that Eze sort of tends to cut in a lot. So Calafiori, by playing him, he offers you a bit more width because he can get outside of Eze when Eze's sort of cutting in. Whereas when you see Miles-Lewis Skelly play, he does tend to come inside a lot. He inverts, doesn't he? So you lose a bit of that width if you're playing Eze as well. So I think that could be one of the reasons why we see more of Calafiori. But listen, there's loads and loads of games for this football club, right? You know what I mean? So if you actually look at it, right, the last 3 games that we've played, right, Lewis Skelly would have started 2 of them because he's starting tonight and he started against Port Vale. All right, it wasn't in the Premier League, but so that just shows you're still getting loads of games, isn't it? So you're still part of it. And I think this is what it's going to be like this season, you know what I mean? It's going to be a team thing. I don't think anybody should be overly upset when they see a player maybe not playing yet. Yeah. And remember, they still got that Hincapia to come in, who can also play as a left back and play
might end up starting ahead of both of them.
Yeah, he can play left-sided centre back and left back, and he's very quick as well. So it's going to be interesting that position, that left. The
other thing, if I was talking to Miles-Lewis Skelly as well, like someone like Saliba was on loans at his age, 18, 19, 20, to learn his trade.
2 loans.
In a team that was a lot weaker than the team now. So for Miles-Lewis Skelly, I wouldn't be fussed about it.
Yeah, I guess with Miles-Lewis Skelly, you might be thinking, well, you know what, it's a World Cup year. I've got myself into the England squad. I don't want to lose that position. But, you know, Mikel Arteta's got to be caring about Arsenal. But I just think that Miles doesn't need to worry because you're going to get a lot of games. As I said, you're starting Champions League game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you started against Port Vale, but you're starting a Champions League game tonight. So even if you don't play on, you know, and plus as well, the challenge is you go in now and make it that the manager thinks, well, I don't know, Mark, maybe I should have.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Maybe it should be Miles on Saturday against West Ham and not Calafiori.
And Calafiori weren't great on on Sunday.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So maybe he's saying, right, you know.
weren't poor, though.
this is your chance.
I don't think he was
No,
poor.
no. But like you've got to be great to stay in this team at this moment in time.
Yeah,
that's
true.
the greatest
That's what we
thing about
wanted.
it. That's what we
wanted,
want.
yeah.
100%. No, great headaches to have. Kenya, you on the same? You
Agree with everything these guys said. I think, you know, we're
Potential penalty check.
6 games into the Premier League season. Like, we've got how many games? 32 games left that Miles could potentially play in.
That's just the league.
Yeah, and that's just the league. We're not talking. If all around, we're probably going to play about 50 odd games. So we need our strength in depth. We can't just, you know, be Miles is written off because it's only been a few games. And then hopefully tonight he performs really well.
He's pushed him.
And
Pushed him on it.
you know, he can maybe get a chance to look in against West Ham because we know how good he is. But I'm not really bothered. I think Miles needs to learn a few things, but he's good.
Yeah.